Everyone says you can't get a crispy crust using only the power of the sun. And they say solar ovens are just slow cookers that make stews and soggy bread. And not today, not anymore. We're breaking those rules today with a little science backed hack to bake that perfect crusty pumpkin or any bread using 100% solar power. Are you ready? Let's go. But first, I want to show you a little bit about this. This is a conventional box oven. It is the All American Sun Oven, and I've been using this for several years now. So if you have a comment or even a question, please put it in the section below. First of all, some components. This little device is not very heavy at all, easy to pick up, and it comes with a little handle so you can transport it around. It has 4 highly reflective components. It's quick and easy to open up. And once you open it up, you'll notice there are 2 little white instruments on the inside. One functions more or less like a handle to open the glass lid, but this one here, let me bring you closer. What you're looking at is like a little housing with a small little white circular plastic underneath it. Really, it is intended for the sun to create a bit of a shadow effect to help align the dish. And this on the other side is really the handle. Don't be fooled, it's just the handle. So we're starting at 102 Fahrenheit. That's approximately 39 degrees Celsius. Okay, well, that was the shortest video to start with. Look at that. It is 10:30 in the morning here, and it's too hot to be outside. I had an operation failure happen with the iPhone. So we're back inside, and the phone is now able to record again. So we are going to press on. I'm recording this really quick because it's 106 Fahrenheit outside, and I had to stop because the phone quit on me. It was too hot. Okay, you see that little hole with the light shining through it? That's so you can get the best angle of the solar oven. See, if I move it, there, do you see how that works? It's positional to maximize the concentration of the light into the machine. Okay, there we go. The temperature is almost at 400, just sitting. I'm going to lock the latches here in position. They're so hot, I have to use something on my hands. I'll be back. This has got to be one of my most difficult videos yet. We have a high heat temperature going on outside, and the electronics are shutting down quickly. Use a dark colored tray or some kind of a baking pan. Now, artisan bread, you don't use a container like this. It's mostly flat if you're using yeast and the like. This is not one of those. This is faster. This is the Pillsbury quick bread. Now, when these go on special, it's a good idea to pick 1 or 2 up because you can solar cook with these. And if you've got some bananas that are starting to get little spots on them, you can use that in your banana bread and make it even that much better. Okay, the ingredients for this: ask for 1 cup water, some tablespoons of oil, and 2 eggs. 3 tablespoons of oil is approximately 1/4 cup oil. So rather than fool around and get drips everywhere, just pour in a little measuring cup, right? Okay, moving on. Special announcement. This is, you notice that it is the sun ripe fruit cake mix. This is the same as dried fruit. Oh, oh. You could snack on these practically. See how beautiful and colorful they are? 1/3 cup of dried fruit in my pumpkin bread. It's also muffin mix too. It makes it such a nice taste, not such flavor. Let's get mixing. So let's get started. Now that you know what you're going to need, we're going to open up your bread. I would also recommend checking the expiration date because sometimes they get a little older, and when you have to consider that, maybe do a sniff test. Also with pantry moths. Now, where I am, I've already mentioned before, this is Nevada. Little creepy bugs can get into your food, so double check. Right. Okay, moving on. And the whole goal of this is so that you can be successful. The sport in this case is just plain survival. Of course, we're all waiting for the hockey season to start again and those expansion teams. So shout out to the 4 newest expansion teams going in for the Women's Hockey League, the San Jose team, the Las Vegas team. Woo-hoo-hoo! I cannot wait to go to a game. Oh my goodness, now the choice is going to be what kind of name do I want on the jersey? I don't know, let me know in the comments section where you're at. There's also Hamilton and Detroit. Wow, my arm hair just went up. Okay, shout out if you're a fan. Going to watch any one of those, and I'm going to be making a tribute to those 4 teams in an upcoming video. So stay tuned, and if you haven't already, click that notification bell thing. I don't know, it'd be nice if it actually had like a little goalie kind of, like some cooler thing rather than a bell. I mean, a bell? Like, really? Okay. All right. There's our water. I'm not even worried about clumps. You saw me just pour that in there? It all bakes the same. You just stir it around. It's instant. It's instant. This is beautiful. This is so good. Like pancake mix, you don't want to over stir it, but at the same time, you don't want lumps in it. So just keep that in mind. Okay, toss in your oil. That's 1/4 cup. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oil. Oil's good for you. Olive oil is better, but we're using vegetable oil in this. Our 1/3 cup of dried fruits. Oh, this adds such a nice flavor. I am using quail eggs. Now, 2 eggs is approximately about 4 quail eggs. So shout out to those quailers out there. If you're using this recipe, now you know what I'm using too. All right, let me get cracking. I have to let the shell settle before adding the yolk mixture into this. So we'll be right back. Don't forget to click the like button. And if you have any questions, put them down in the comments. So I used 8 quail eggs. And for those quailers or wannabe quailers out there, this is a quail cutter. You shear the tops off, and with a little bit of skill and coordination, look at all those little cutesy little eggs. Aren't those cute? Aren't those sweet? All right, well, let me blend these up, and then we'll be right back. So while we're waiting for the eggshells to settle, I will reveal to you how you can transform, and you can thank me later in the comments, how you can transform going from what might be soggy bread or a non-crusty bread if you're cooking or baking in a solar oven. It has to do with the pH. So there's a science hack to it. In order to get that crust After you bake it and it goes through the toothpick test, nothing sticks to your toothpick, all right? Then you do two things. Number one, you crack the seal on your solar oven for about 10-15 minutes. That'll let some of that extra moisture vent off, and it will actually create more of a brownie crust. The second thing you need before you put anything in your solar oven, secret ingredient. Here's the science. You need to have whatever you are cooking have a more alkaline pH. So you need a tiny little bit of baking soda to add. Now, either you can use 1/8 of a teaspoon, that's like a little pinch, or if you're not sure, use a heaping bit. So I'm just using a heaping measure of baking soda.
Oh yeah!
Now when I add the eggs to this, that'll dissolve because this mixture isn't very moist. It's not like really runny. It's moist, sure. But remember, it's going to be cooking in a sealed, heated chamber. So I'm just going to go ahead and stir that baking soda in. I'm keeping my eye on the time. I need to let these shells settle out just a little bit longer. This is going to be dinner tonight, actually. Okay, so I just shared with you 2 tips. Now, if you like those tips, I don't know, give me a gloves up or a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments. How often do you cook an instant quick bread, even at all? I'd like to know. And if you add really interesting items to your bread to make it that much better. All right, I think that's said enough. I cracked 8 eggs. Okay, time to spear. Cake bread mix is ready to go. Wish me luck. Going back outside. I've got this rigged up so I get sound that actually works. I'll put on a different pair of glasses. Okay, I've got oven mitts, because remember when you open up the solar oven, it's got those metal clamps, and you don't want to burn your thumb, because I've already done that. All right, let's go. The temperature's pretty close to 350. Pretty close. There it is. It's in full sun, and the latches are closed. So we'll be back at a later time to check on this. So I just checked it with the lid, and it's not ready yet. That's it. Oh, that's good. Oh, can you see that? Temperature is very high. It's cooked beautifully. There it is. Just letting it cool down. Perfect. Hear that? Yeah, that's nice. Woo. Let's go cut a piece and have a slice together. Mmm. Mmm. Little butter. Mmm. Pumpkin bread with fruit in it. Mmm. It's almost like a little taste of Christmas in summertime. Well, I hope you liked today's video. And if you like this video, maybe you might be interested in this one next. Until next time, do take care and don't forget to subscribe and see what I'm cooking next. Au revoir. This tastes like more.